Hi my dear Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Liza and this tarot forecast and advice is for you for the month of May 2023. Things you need to consider, things you need to be aware of during the month of May and how you can get the maximum out of this month. And I'm going to use two tarot decks to give you the forecast. I'm using the classic, the Rider Tarot deck, and I have this beautiful Eliminated Tarot deck. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull two cards from each deck to make this forecast as accurate as possible. Let's start with the basic. We'll start with the classic Rider deck and let's see what two cards we have here. We have King of Pentacles, we have Page of Wands, and let's see two more from this deck. We have the Tower, and the last, the Emperor. So you collected two major arcanas, the Tower and the Emperor. So for you, my dear Sagittarius, it's going to be definitely a life-changing month. Lots of lessons, lots of things are gonna happen. So you gotta be very aware of the things which are happening around you, some little details. Pay attention to that, pay attention to what kind of people you meet, different opportunities, maybe some signs, some lessons. Just be more aware in general of the things which are happening in your life. So let's start with the King of Pentacles. Pentacles in general, they're related to our career, money, finances, anything related to the material world where we live in. And when it comes to the King of Pentacles, he knows how to use, he's already king. He knows how to use his finances, how to use his money, how to use all his resources. That's why you need to learn from the king, and you should plan and budget everything wisely when it comes to your finances. Plan your income, plan your expenses, plan what's your revenue. If you have especially your business, you need to pay more attention and pay more attention to your finances in general during the months of May. Do you have any savings? You see he's like sitting and saving. Do you have any passive income? Like how are you doing with emergency fund? So you gotta analyze and focus on your finances and money and career, one of your focuses for the month of May. When it comes to the king and when it comes to making different decisions and choices, try not to use your intuition. A king, he can logically understand and come up with the solutions. So use your logic. If you want to make a decision, if it comes to your business and you want to make a decision, maybe if you want to lay off some people, try to think logically. Why do you need to do that? Why like you want to take this decision? Why do you want to make those choices? Why are you acting in this situation like this right now? So all your decisions, they should have a solid logical foundation. Why are you doing that? That's very important. So try to avoid any spontaneous decisions, emotional driven decisions. Your emotions may take over you, right? So try to avoid that, try to use your logic and clearly know, okay, I'm doing this because of this and this and this. So have all the facts, have all the reasons. That's not the month for spontaneous things like leading with your heart. No. We need to use logic when it comes to your career. We're talking specifically about the career, finances, right? The material things which you have. And it's a good month to focus on developing your professional skills. If you've been interested in taking some online courses, starting a new education, or like doing some workshops, go ahead and do that. If you feel like these skills are going to help in your business, in your career, like professionally, go and do that. If you want to study something, if you want to get into the education field during the month of May, you need to think how it's going to help you in your career, in your finances, in your business in general later on. So do not just randomly take some courses. Let's say you focus on one sphere and you suddenly decided to take a course in a completely different sphere just for fun. This month is not about taking and studying something for fun. It's more about if it's something that you are just starting to study and you want to get into it, you want to start a new course. So clearly know, like, do you need it right now? How it's going to help you to grow, how it's going to help in your career, in your work. That's very important when it comes to the King of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles, he's also about the individual work. He's not really focused on the teamwork and team efforts. He is doing and handling everything by himself. So do and focus on that during the months of May, with different Sagittarius, on the things which you can do, which you can change. Your decisions and your choices should be solely based on what you think, on your logic, and not somebody else, okay? That's when it comes to the King of Pentacles. Next one, we have the Page of Wands. So for the Page of Wands, when it comes to work, he is very honest, he is very loyal. Maybe that's you right now, who is very loyal to your work, but the idea is that he's not feeling happy about the compensation, about what he gets in return. Maybe you put a lot of effort, maybe you work so hard and you're so loyal, but you're not getting the same outcome. Maybe you're not getting paid enough and you want a salary raise. So it's a good month to ask for it, but you have all the facts to prove. Like, again, use your logic. If you're going and asking for a salary raise, you should clearly know, okay, first, second reason, third reason, clearly write why you need it, not just like you randomly decided it, but you deserve it. Like, you deserve the change, you deserve lots of things. And be honest in general during the months of May with yourself. Clearly ask, how do I feel? Do I feel happy about the situation at my work? What's in general in my life, with my health, with my relationships? Be honest with yourself and be honest with other people. So that's not a good month to lie or say something to people which is not true, right? Or try to avoid some conversations. Be honest in whatever you are doing during the months of May, because it's going to help you a lot in your career. As I told you before, they kind of go like together. They complement each other in terms when it comes to work, because the Page of Wands, he truly knows what he is doing, and he makes sure that he does everything like ideally and perfectly. That can be a tricky thing. It can be a little bit challenging things, because you're trying to make sure that everything is perfect and you have your own perfect picture, and sometimes you live in this perfect world, but that's not actually true. So you gotta think at the things which with more realistic perspective. Sometimes you idolize things, you idolize people, you see the best as things in people. Sometimes you can be too naive and people can use it against you. So I want you to be careful with that. I want you to be careful with what kind of people you work with. That's why probably, as I said, with the King of Pentacles, it's better to work by yourself, because when you have other people around you, they may use your like loyalty, your kindness against you. So in order to avoid that, sometimes it's just better to focus on yourself and focus on your work, but just be very careful with people. You should be honest with people. Do not trust everyone, especially if you don't know those people if they're strangers, if you've never met them before. Just try to be more realistic about things in life, because sometimes you may set up your expectations too high. You have this ideal and perfect picture of this whole world, and you got to be very careful with that, right? If things don't go your way how you expected, you're gonna become upset. And when we really have the Tower, right? We are falling from the tower. So maybe, yes, you built for yourself this ideal picture inside of your head that you want this and this, but then back to reality. This is the reality check. The tower is a reality check. The tower will show us what we've been doing wrong for a certain period of time. So with the tower, a tower brings lots of negative feelings and emotions. Something is getting crushed, something is getting damaged, like crash of all your plans, crash of your business, the health, relationships. Like it can be any sphere of your life, but since we have a lot of things related to your work, so maybe the crash of your projects, your idea, what you've been doing for a long period of time. And why it's happening? Because you've been doing something wrong. The tower doesn't come suddenly just because it wants to have things destroyed for you. No, the tower comes when it sees that you are on the wrong track and you need some space for something new. You need to free up some space. That's why things crash, because now you have a lot of space and now you have a lot of time and resources to go and do something different. So in order to avoid having this painful crash and painful fall from the tower, what I highly encourage you is to reanalyze. You can start it all doing this already at the end of the month, of the end of April, at the beginning of the month of May. Start reanalyzing, reevaluating things you have in your life. Maybe you're too attached to your past. Maybe you're attached to some people, to some projects, and you need to let them go. Maybe it's time. You already probably feel it. When it comes to the tower gives us different signs. The tower probably already showed you that, okay, it's not the best idea to work on this. Maybe some things were not working out for you, but you were like, no, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. And you keep on doing it and you keep on doing it. And tower keep on showing you like you shouldn't do it. That's not your journey. That's not your project. And that's not what you should be doing right now. And or maybe you're too attached to the past. As I said, you need to free up some space. Maybe you've been having too many different things on your plate. Maybe you're trying to be everywhere and do lots of things. Maybe you've been too attached to your past. Maybe you've been too attached, I don't know, to the idea of running a certain business, but that's not what you truly want. That's not your end goal in life. And tower will come and do that for you, and it's gonna let those things out of your life for you. So in order to avoid these consequences, you should do it by yourself. Try to think right now what's pulling and holding you back, and ask yourself, is it truly what I want in life? Do I feel happy about it? It also comes to relationships. How do you feel about your partner? Like, do you feel happy? Also about the health? Have you been taking care enough of your health? Maybe not. And the tower was giving you different signs like, okay, stop. And you haven't been doing that, and you can get sick, and for a week or two you cannot do anything because you got badly sick and you have some health problems. So pay attention to that. Pay attention, as I told you at the beginning of this forecast, you need to pay attention to all the little details, little things which are going to happen to you at the beginning of the month, or which are already happening to you. People, things around you, some different signs, some different lessons. Just be more aware of the things around you. And do not be afraid to let things go. That's very important. Do not get attached to something. It's a good month when tower comes. It's a tower. We'll start building because now we have this space. So it's a good month to finish something, to wrap up some things, and start something completely from scratch. The tower wants you to start from scratch. Maybe you, like, the foundation you built for your another business or for a project wasn't that solid. You don't know why you were doing it. It was built on the wrong values, on the wrong mission statements, like whatever it could be, like something was wrong. And the Tower is vanishing. Everything is telling you, okay, it's time to build a new foundation. It's time to start building things from scratch. Okay, that's what it comes to the Tower. The Emperor. When it comes to the Emperor, he is kind of also shares many things with the King of Pentacles, right? He's the Emperor, this is the King, so they truly know what they are doing. That's why you should clearly know what you're doing. And what's interesting, I just thought about the King of Pentacles. Remember I told you to think and reevaluate and plan your finances and budgeting, and the Tower, right? So maybe you're gonna lose a job. That's can happen when it comes to the Tower. Maybe you're gonna lose a job, maybe you're gonna get laid off, and now you gotta think about your money. Now you gotta think about your finances and plan everything wisely. That's why start right now. Start in general thinking about your emergency fund, about the money right now at this present moment, because you never know what the Tower is gonna bring you. Okay. And the Emperor, again, he has full control of his actions. He has a full control of whatever he is doing and why he is doing it right now. So what I also told you about the King of Pentacles, he has control over his finances, right? Over his life. And the Emperor has the control of it too. The main problem with the Emperor, he starts over controlling others. So do not over control other people. Focus on yourself. I said it so many times to you that the month of May is about focusing on yourself and dealing with everything by yourself. So do not over control other people. Do not limit other people. Focus on your negative behavior traits. Sometimes Emperor can be aggressive. He can be over emotional, like in a negative feelings and emotion. He can become so frustrated at other people. So keep your cool. Okay, when it comes to the Emperor, know how to control your emotions. I said so many times, right? And as you could see, so that's very important for you, my dear Sagittarius, for the month of May, knowing how to take full control of your life, of your actions, of your decisions, letting go the past, letting go some people, right? Clearly know and being honest with your work, whatever you're doing with other people. Stop having, maybe like the Tower, why the Tower also can happen with the Page of Wands. Maybe you build this ideal picture for yourself in your head, and Tower is gonna do, as I said, the reality check for you. Like, come on, come down on this earth, on this planet, like ground. Like Tower will ground you and help you to be more connected with the present reality, whatever is happening right now, like show you the actual picture and not be like somewhere and thinking and having this rainbows and unicorns that everything is perfect, everything is great, everything is amazing. The Tower will show you the things you haven't been paying enough attention to. So not an easy month. I'm not gonna lie, not an easy month. It's gonna be very life-changing months. Things can go completely in opposite direction. Like many things can end in the month of May, and many things can start as well in the month of May. Just have a full control on your life. Focus on it. Like, please focus on the finances, especially. It looks like you need to focus on them because, again, like, there is a potential that you can lose your job and you can lose your income, that things can go wrong. So I want you to be prepared for whatever is going to happen during the month of May. Don't get too scared. If you follow all my advice, whatever I just told you, you're going to minimize all the losses and things you going to experience in the month of May. So that's why do not risk. Avoid all the risky adventures, please. I don't know, risky investments, risky moves. Not the best month for it. Try to play it safe, okay? That's important. But that was it for you, my dear Sagittarius. Let me know how you feel about the forecast. Let me know how you feel about the upcoming months of May. And if you have any questions, if you have any problems, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be here to help you and support you. And thank you for more time for watching.